I do teach geometry. I
Oh,
teach
we are
geometry and
now
algebra this
officially
year.
Putting in work.
Can you tell me your name, please?
I can, but should I? Natalie Archangel.
Russ Cladco.
Gina Yetner.
Megan Larson.
My name is James Bradley.
It's Mary Catherine Patterson, or MK.
My name is Linda Shakwa.
Hi, I'm Kevin Corin.
I'm the managing director of Clayton Theater Company, director and the vocal director for our musical Working. Roxanne Pardee.
Forever, you know, I mean, acting's a very valuable skill. So it's also good to, it's good to work with Roxanne and LaTanya. Keeps me humble.
Did you pick up the bug in college or in high school? Like,
No, way before that. In summer camp back in Jersey.
Tell me about why you got into theater acting and how long you've been doing it.
Never done professional acting, just community theater. I've done community opera. I've worked with this group with musicals, and I've done some straight plays with a drama group in St. Helena. And I've been acting for about 5 years now.
I did my first musical in 2008, but I have been singing since I was 8 years old. I did choir, solo singing, competitive singing, but the thing that got me into musicals was in high school I did show choir.
So I was in acting when I was younger as a kid, so through middle school and high school. I was actually wanting to be an actor professionally, but it wasn't really working out. And so then I stopped and I was like, I'm not gonna do acting anymore. And I went to grad school. And then a few years ago, I was watching La La Land, and it just hit me that I really missed it. And so I started to get back into what was available in the area.
Well, I've been performing off and on since I was a child. I did theater and small shows in both elementary school and in church as a child. I did performing in high school, and then in college is when I started to pursue it more.
I did theater in high school and a little bit in college, but I grew up dancing. That's my passion, but I also love theater.
I did drama, musicals, comedies. And then in 2012, I auditioned for Brentwood Theater Company, their production of Oklahoma. And I was given the role of Judd Fry, and I've been working in the community theater and professional theater since that time.
Stopped for a lot of years, and I got back into dancing and have been performing, in different, companies and with different choreographers in the Bay Area, but I've really wanted to get involved in theater. Yeah, just in the last couple years, I've auditioned for some local productions. So.
I was so excited to finally have the opportunity, which finally came in 1999. I was teaching, and the other teachers decided to put on a fundraiser, and two of the instructors created a show. I acted from then on, joined community theater in other areas because I had so much fun in that particular production.
Well, I guess I've been doing it for about 13 years now. And it's interesting. We had encouraged my son to get into acting a little bit. And when they kind of revised the Brentwood Theater Company in 2010, I already knew the director.
What drew you to this particular show, Working?
I do play in one portion, the teacher, which really rings a bell for me. Brings back lots of memories. Yes, I was. Taught first grade. Roxanne, she called me. Magnet. That woman just can't stop. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I hope to God. If it's not a lot of fun, then forget it.
It's like a real tribute to the working man, which I really kind of appreciate. It's interesting. There's some things in here that I just had no idea. Like there's a mill worker, and I had no idea what they went through. I mean, it's horrific, really, to describe. I mean, I think about what I did as a living, and it's. I mean, I sat in a comfortable office, so.
I really like small shows. I love working with ensemble casts too. So we all get to play and wear many different hats, try on different roles, and I really enjoy this particular group of people.
Brentwood Community Theater did a production of Working, and I just really enjoyed the show. I liked the music. I liked the fact that they interviewed real people about their jobs. For as much as possible throughout the show, they used their actual words from the interviews in both the dialogue and the music.
My high school did working. I wasn't in it, but I worked sound for the show. And so I was familiar with the show and I was looking for some opportunity. And so I was really excited to see that Clayton was doing working.
I know everybody's playing a lot of different roles. Is there any one particular role that kind of caught your interest?
Of all the different characters in it, I think the waitress one resonates with me the most, just in that I was never specifically a waitress, but I did work in the food industry for many years. So,
well, you're an aspiring actor,
yeah.
so isn't that a rite of passage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that really speaks to me is this woman named Kate,
the housewife,
and her song is Just a Housewife.
I definitely relate to, especially
I spent some time being a stay-at-home mom,
when
and
my kids were really
there's aspects of that the song and that little scene that really, really resonate with me, and I think a lot of women.
I'm going to do a delivery guy. That one should be fun, and the song's really fun with that. And then I'm also a healthcare worker, helping out, or an elder care worker, and that's another interesting one.
Yeah.
No, I'm also the receptionist and a business worker.
Ah.
So those will be interesting for me to look into.
The Mason, which is something that, I mean, I'm an office worker, so I've never.
It's not about one character's journey. It's about everybody's journey. We all have to work for a living. We all have our good days and bad days at work. We all have things that we remember, and we all have things that we would love to forget about what happened at work. And I think that's one of the things that drew me to the show is it's very lifelike.
It'll be kind of interesting to kind of stretch my acting muscles and to be able to portray something that I'm not familiar with doing. So
Are you a method
that'll be
actor?
interesting.
Are you going to be like building a brick wall or anything?
No, I don't think so.
So since this is a job about working, I think it's only it's important to ask what you do for actual working besides this.
I'm an office manager for a company of speech and language pathology. I actually went to school for library and information science.
In real life,
Yes.
I am an accountant.
I was an accountant.
Oh, that's interesting.
Registration for new students as well as independent study.
It's always a challenge because our theater is so small. It's only a 100-seat theater. It's a challenge to find musicals that will do well in that space. And once I read it and I listened to the music, I thought, I really like this show.
Okay, well, that's good.
I like the music because it's unusual that you have different composers for almost every single song in the musical. That's pretty unheard of. Studs Terkel wrote a book back in the late 70s of the same title, Working. He interviewed over 26 people in various occupations. Wow, let's get even different composers to write different songs. So Lin-Manuel, who wrote Hamilton, for instance, Schwartz, who wrote some of the songs he's written for Disney, Little Mermaid. And so they tried to use the actual narrative from the book for the little snippets of narration and dialogue that's in the show. There's not a lot of dialogue. You can go to ClaytonTheaterCompany.com and purchase tickets. We run the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th weekend of October.
Did you get my good side, I hope?
I think every side is your good side.
Well, when I went inside, it's got one